Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Solo run tonight. Hope everyone's all right out there. I'm not. So we're running on obviously in Deer Isle. If my FPS marker's working now. So we're getting 100, 200 FPS. That's all right. That rubbish. Don't need a torch in our lives. Save the food for later. Bandage there. Food away. Right there. Good. Job done. So we just, in the case of I had to find somewhere to play solo. And the survivalist is quite a nice challenge. Not really a... Yep. Deer Isle and I have a strange relationship, I suppose. I've played it a few times. I like it from base building and adventure. Sorry, base building and survival. I'm not a massive fan for the end of life mission or end game mission. Hi Ryan. Happy Saturday to you. We are Stonington. So, I want to be heading for, I reckon, sure. Let's just have a run around for now. Probably didn't get the spawn I wanted. On. So survivalist means we need to... It's a survival server, not Goblin survival server. Harder in some ways and easier in others. Deer Isle is a big map. I don't do endgame either. I like the map. I like the chance to hide, and the map is really nice, but the endgame stuff is not me at all. I like the idea of the one-tapper, just not the getting it stuff. If we had the hardware, I'd run this as a secondary server for us. We just don't have the hardware to do it justice, because it needs power. could probably do it, but we just wouldn't be able to have added mods and custom areas and all the stuff that I want to run. The guys that are running it well are running it on nicely upgraded boxes. Which we don't have. But the map's really nice. There's no two ways about it. It's a really nice map. So on this server, no traders. We need to find nails. We need to find a code lock. There's nails. Oh, first problem dealt with. If we're going to build here, we need to build out of spawn. 2 stages of flag production on here. Stage 1, you just build the plan, and with that you can build doors and get a base up, but people can steal your flag and steal your base. Once you've built the flag fully, then the flag is yours. We should aim for airfield, I suppose. And probably Paris. Also, all the names of towns around me. Oh, okay. So you live around... Ah, that makes sense then. So this is home, is it? First time I ever did an event was on here. Was on Deer Isle. First event I did. So that's like my mate Irish, whose family live in the Pacific Northwest, so he likes playing PN Pacific Northwest map because the towns mean something to him. I like playing Livonia because it looks like home for me. I have run it before as a map for a server. I just didn't have the power to run it very well. So, well, you know how laggy GoblinZ can become now. You need a bit more badly designed. They are, that should have been fixed. And it's the first ever map that when I first bought DayZ, yeah, it's not correct, but knowing all the names are fun. Yeah. So the first map I ever played that wasn't vanilla was Deer Isle. Purely based upon the fact that I grew up in a deer shooting family. So anything with the name deer in, I thought there would be big herds of deer running around. And then there weren't, unfortunately. I was hoping for a sniper, but it wasn't to be. We'll push on. We're doing a goblin route. Going to have more deer. Deer hunting is big in. Yeah, the deer eat up my garden every year. Yeah, deer hunting's big where I live as well. In the UK. Not in the countryside. It's big. It's less big in towns. But it's massive in the countryside. My father was a deer stalker. I grew up around rifles and shotguns and hunting and shooting. Most of what we ate at home was shot growing up. Pheasant, duck, pigeon, rabbit, hare, venison is sort of what we lived off. Because it just cost a bullet to get at some time. Which nobody ever thinks of the UK, because they're like, oh, it's the UK, they don't allow shooting there. Well, we do. We just control it. But the people that do shoot really shoot. Hello, Mr. Deer. And the same thing, you know, if you've got so in the UK you have something called quota for farmers. So there's only a certain amount of milk that they can sell for a premium price-ish. Probably the easiest way of describing it. So you grow your grass for your cows to eat, but for every 2 red deer on your grass is equivalent to 1 cow, but you haven't grown it for the red deer to eat. So farmers want rid of them. We're a freshie going in, so I don't care if we die. Don't want to, but if we do, we do. My 12th birthday, my father bought me a shotgun. Over and under Browning was my 12th birthday present. I don't think... Something tells me they've not updated the loot on here. They're running it vanilla. Hate it when they do that. An airfield, it should operate like an airfield. Alright. We need all the tools for base building. We need guns. That's what we need, a gun. A bang bang stick. Oh, we'll take another knife. Like that. Wearing a Soviet headdress. But one of them had a rucksack on, didn't he? Come to me. Him over there, but let's deal with him first and minimise the problem. Come to you. Come to me. Nice Parabergen. Excellent. There we go. Job done. There's a bear that lives over here somewhere, isn't there? You're going to be a little bit careful. We've got the code lock, we've got the nails. That's a pretty good start. Now we need an axe and a hammer. Just wondering if I've not done it. Can you build a spawn bed? Does it work? On my server, no. There's no spawn beds on my server. And other servers, it depends upon the server, obviously. But certainly on my server, no, you can't. Next wipe, you'll be able to build a bed, but it won't be a spawn bed. Just part of the competition. Oh, come on. Stop being so janky. There we go. Gloves, we'll have them. Right, we need a rifle. Auto load shotgun. But we're not going to get it here, are we? So let's push. Get Paris. Let's go for. Yeah, no, I need to get to here. Because if we get to these islands, we get loot level of here. But we'll need to fish and hunt en route. So choose. Come on, game. I need a gun. Or a piece of rope. Both would be good. Try the tent. No traders on this server, so all loot has to be found. Magazine, take that. Thought we will really take that. So, hatchet and a hammer. Or hatchet now. And some wire. Colt. Is that a Colt mag? No. Spare battery. Outlived ourselves in this place. Let's push on. Not doing too bad, seeing it's Deer Isle and Deer Isle drinks FPS, so I'm still getting 200, just under 200 FPS at 4K. It's not bad. Right, we're going to need, our next objective should be get past that bear alive, and then we're going to need to hit Sunset Cross. We're going to need a well, so let's aim for that well there. Try and loot up some food while we're down there. If I had, rather than renting a server, if I had our own proper server that was like a dedicated box with a good enough internet line, I would probably run Deer Isle, because we could build a hell of a survival server on here. Just need more RAM and a faster processor than I can afford to rent to make it worthwhile. But Chernarus does us fine. Starting in 2 weeks' time, on Saturdays, I will be doing content in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's the aim, anyway. Depending on how this week pans out. I think I've got an abscess in my mouth. I think I'm going to need to visit a dentist and have a tooth pulled. I have that feeling. Which means I need emergency dental treatment this week. So it might limit my streaming this week while we get that sorted. At the moment it's okay, but I've just taken a shed load of painkillers. Want to send best wishes to your friend Cookie. I enjoy your runs together, but totally understand why he hasn't been on. Family first. Yes. So Cookie has date nights on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday ish. Last night he was playing Siege with a different friend. He might not be around this week, I don't know, because next Friday Aftermath wipes and we'll probably be busy on Friday building a base. But whereas Cookie will play DayZ, he'll run Aftermath solo. I won't run it solo. Too much for me trying to do it solo. Which is why I want to find a different game. Oh man, Adventuires are the worst. Oh, they are, aren't they? Anything else I can deal with. So, but Dental, not at all. Hello there. Welcome. How are you? Still need a bang stick. Okay, some 12 gauge. The reason I'm picking up all the clothes is so we can make a rope and then make a fishing rod. So yeah, so Kingdom Come Deliverance will be something I stream or make content in, certainly. I haven't decided yet whether it's going to be stream or pre-recorded and edited content. Obviously it's a solo game, but it might, and it just will probably just be weekly. But we can have a bit more of a relaxing stream then, and we can just work through. I love exploring games that just let me explore and do it my way rather than follow the story. And who doesn't want to run around medieval Europe with a crossbow shooting people? Sorry, trying to become a knight or whatever the idea is. I want to run around with a crossbow shooting people and robbing them. With a horse named Horsey. Just to add to it. So we're going to push for the well. Drink water. And then try and grab some food while we're here. See if we find a bang stick. Any building tools will be useful. But well initially. The well problem sorted. And you can push up through town, search the smaller houses. One-story jobbies. I like the style of play you and Cookie play. I'd love to team up with somebody to build and raid on console. I want someone that wants to be fairly consistent about meeting up online. Yeah, I get that. And we're Cookie and I play well. You know, we're a good team, but that's come from years of gaming together in DayZ. We know how the other person's going to react, and that takes a long time to build that up. It wasn't that good to start with, but we've done a lot of DayZ together over the years. And that's the thing, you've got to find somebody and build up that relationship, literally, because that's what it becomes. Somebody that you run with all the time, maybe have your own Discord so you can have comms with them away from the game comms. And console's hard, obviously. It's a different world. PC owners are used to sort of teaming up on third-party apps, where I'm guessing consoles are probably more used to doing stuff on console. Oh, hammer, we want that. Part of Operation Build. Right, give me some food, give me some food, give me some food, give me some food. Well, the ability of making food is there. That'll do. Hunting shop, hunting shop. Might be a flag. Take a GPS. .54, we'll take that. Take that. Take the mag. Take the furniture. Alright, MP5. Or 12 gauge. Pump would be fine. Bit of body armour. That'll do. Cargo pants on anyway. I'll stay with the cargo pants. Drag him away into the woods. Two swipes, two knives, and back. And dead. She had rope on her. There it is. So we've done water. We need food. I reckon fishing up here. Trying to pick a spot away from potential people. .911. Any ammo? No ammo. Okay. Need food now, so fishing's the next thing. Need a hatchet still to get a door up. And we need pliers and wire. Other than that, we can get a base built. Pliers and wire. Somewhere covert. So this server uses vanilla, but they've modified it into their own version of vanilla building. Need a sledgehammer or equivalent to bed in stuff we need to bed in, but that's all right. It's doable. Fucking, I hate when shed doors open. Take that. I'd rather chop zombies up with that. I hear you, Mr. Deer. Unfortunately, or fortunately for you, we don't have a gun. Well, we don't have a gun with ammo. Trail shoes are in pristine. We'll take them. We will swap for what we're wearing because new pristine is better than old pristine. And we'll carry on pushing to get some fishing done. Obviously, we'll strip the clothing down into rags as well. We have an emergency food on a bit of a can of drink. Okay. Another one. Going to push past the house. Yeah, this server, Deer Isle will cause. Deer Isle has more things to scare you than zombies. Be fair to say. Somewhere we can fish. I need a stick. I need 2 sticks. Right then, let's do the sensible thing and drink our can of drink to offset this food a little bit. And then go stick hunting. Bark. Firewood sometimes gives you a stick at the same time, doesn't it? It's worth a try. There's a stick. Now I need one more. To turn into a hook. I'm alright with DayZ zombies, but I don't do horror films. This I can handle, but you wouldn't ever catch me watching a horror film. See if we get a stick out of this one. Bastard game. thing we're here. Dinner. Go. Hopefully. It's the foxes for me. They're great, aren't they? Right, get that broken down. And make a hook. Sort some admin out now, so let's make the fishing rod. Nails on a chalkboard. Oh, that's horrible. Bricks scraping together. I realise that we're going to have to... Oh, we should have made a metal hook using that, but that's life. I forget this all the time. Now this will need cutting up because it's not my server. But we're going to cut up the rags because it's an emergency bandage. Let's do a bit of proper sorting. Knives. Punchy thing. Bandage. Rags. Spare rags. Pistols. Ammo. Medical kit. We've got a second one of those. Yes, can we merge them together? No. We take them separately. That we don't need. And that we can put there. Med ammo. Alley crash. Fire lighting. Base building. Okay. I'm not going to go for the heli because we need food. This is Deer Isle. And welcome. So, got that ready to go. There. Let's get ourselves a worm. Worms because we might catch 2 fish while we're here if we get a chance to. One worm on there. One worm down here. Good to go. Right, let's get some fishing done. Put in my vape at the same time, guys. That bottle finished. Otherwise, I will go to take a drag of the vape and it'll be that horrible burnt taste I don't want. First fish caught. Obviously, with an improvised hook, we don't get very good amount of meat off it, which is 2 fishes better than 1. Catch another one, hopefully. And a pair of Wellington boots that time. So we'll work on 1 fish. Let's go and get a fire going. A cooking one. Some bark. I know we've got a fire lighter, but we're saving that for emergencies. Ruined. Then firewood if we can get it. Hi, Sarah's dad. It's on all. The wooden hook was part of 1.26, so every server has it. Dude, as good as anywhere, isn't it? Another stick. Come on. You need to go looting. Looting. We need a rifle. Do we cook the mushroom? It's dried already. Nah. Throw that away and move out. Okay. Where's our next objective? Realistically, I want to come up past here to about here. We need to cross over. Make our way up to here and then cross. No, cross there, isn't it? Swim that gap, make a fire, make your way up here, get some loot for free, some good loot, and then extract. Doors off there, so I don't think they can be used. That wooden hook. Luton Airport. Heli out there somewhere. Working. Dealt with. Good. Right then. Move on. It's a big map, this one, which favours me that likes to do everything infantry based on foot. Ooh, horrible ammo. I do want to cross this, but I don't want to swim. No point getting wet unless we have to. A couple of things we need to check before we make our trip out where we're going. A few little locations that need to be checked in case we decide to build a base. there. Badly damaged. I'll stay with my stick. We'll swap our pristine again for them. We'll take a crowbar. Car door up there, or Land Rover park. That can stay there. Battery to add to the collection. Don't need it. Do need a hatchet. Wary of being in town for too long. There are players on here. It is a PvP server. While it is a big map, players tend to live around towns, don't they? And every door's open at the moment. So if it's just one or two doors, DayZ, every door, players. Throw that away. Food, where's up? There it is. Do we push? Yep, we need a gun. No. Where we're going, we can get guns from without having to do any of the hassle. That's the ones that annoy me, guys, the scarecrows. I just want to shoot them all the time. Hi, KC. So, we need to come up here. We need to come up to here. We can have a little look around here. I need to see if the cave is free. I don't expect it will be. That won't stop me having a look. No, I'm playing on survivalists. So I'm playing someone else's server. I don't always play my server. I don't play my server that often because I'm admin. So occasionally I'll do a run on it, but mostly I play other people's servers. If only. Crowbar, we don't want that. Okay, no problem. Enjoy. Oh, take the rope. We will need that. So anyone that's interested in playing GoblinZ, the link to, or the information is on the chat now. If you're watching this back after the event, you can find it somewhere within your YouTube settings. You can bring up the chat. Don't ask me where. GoblinZ is basically a survival server that's PvP, but the environment wants to, it's not PvE, but the environment does want to kill you. Next wipe will be 1.27. The server will be down for a few days for me to build a new horrible adventure for everybody. Horrible in inverted commas. I think it'll be quite a good fun adventure. This power plant. Now. Stay clear of power plant. Do you have to join Discord? Because some servers say join or risk being kicked. No, you don't need to join the Discord. In game, if you press pause on your keyboard, it will give you the basic rules. But you don't. I've got about 10 players that don't join the Discord. If you don't want to join the Discord, you don't need to. As long as you're happy to follow the rules that are in there. That's all that matters. It's a PvP server. There's no safe zones. 5 code locks maximum. There's your basic rules. There's not a lot else than that. Don't build a base that covers over a loot crate. There you are. That's about it, really. And it's solo. You'll need to light a fire within the first 20-ish minutes to live. You can rip up clothes with your hands. If you press pause, there's some hints and also all the crafting recipes. Because I've got extra crafting recipes on there. But it is cold. It's -6 during the day and -20 at night. So to start with, it will be hard trying to... My advice is, when you spawn in, light a fire. And I think anyone that plays GoblinZ would probably agree. Get that buff. Once you've got the buff, try and up your clothing. And keep lighting fires. But yeah, enjoy it. I enjoyed making them, so I want players to play it. Very much agree, yeah. There you go. Dash and bury them and enjoy. But it is a survival server. If you meet someone, you can choose to shoot them if you wish. Or drop landmines off at people's houses. Or there is a trader on there, but it ain't a safe zone. And you don't need to use a trader. It's more of a... It's there if you need it. I don't use it anymore. And next wipe, we won't have a trader. That might be the best way. So having a Discord page where the two of you can stick a headset on and chat that's independent of the console can be useful. You can meet people obviously in DayZ on console and just chat to them. But if you join a community server on console, they'll probably have their own Discord. And then try and make friends with somebody. Or recruit somebody to run with. And find a server you'll both run together. Obviously, if you're not on my Discord, it might be worth popping in there and saying, does anyone have this on console? Are you on PC, Xbox or PlayStation? Because obviously my guys will play it on PC, but you might find some of them have it on console as well, and they might have a run with you. But I'm not the best place for it. We all know that. Come on, thank you. Right. I hate crossing these bridges. Got an ammo tin. Hello, Mr. Zombie. We can have a little chat. Spare knife. Currently on PlayStation. Okay. So try and find a community server. Try and find, rather than join an official Discord, official server, join a community server. And see if they have anything that says this is our Discord or this is where you can contact us. Because it's not fair to say, in my early days, most of the people I made friends with in DayZ were via a community Discord. Now things are slightly different. That obviously I stream my own server and people join the Discord. And then we do community runs and things. So you sort of build those little friendships up. But you don't have to have a Discord. It just makes life easier sometimes. Right then, where are we going now? Right, we're going there. Okay, good. I'm going to go and see if the cave's occupied. That'll dictate what we do next. One of the best bases I've ever seen on Deer Isle was somebody actually lived inside one of the boats offshore, one of the little ships. I like Deer Isle because of the amount of caves. Goblins like living in caves. Makes them feel all warm and fuzzy. If you'd been on Xbox, I was going to suggest putting on the GeForce Now app and playing it on PC, because Xbox console DayZ gamers can actually use the GeForce Now app and actually play the PC version if they've got the internet to support it. But because you're on PlayStation, that can't happen, unfortunately. But you guys got Armour Reforger, didn't you, a couple of weeks ago? And it's going down a storm in the PlayStation world. So BI sold 1 million copies of Reforger within PlayStation. Amazing. And your first Armour game. Maybe, is it your first? Did you have Flashpoint back in those days? I don't know. I'm guessing you did. Red Storm Rising or Operation Flashpoint, one of the early ones. I could buy an Xbox, which I actually considering anyway, as opposed to a PS5. So if you have an Xbox and you have a keyboard and mouse plugged in, you can play keyboard and mouse on consoles anyway, but you can then use the GeForce Now app. That will give you a virtual PC, and then you can buy DayZ on PC, and you can actually play it using your Xbox over as if it was a PC. It just streams it. Yeah, Reforger, massive. I mean, I own it because I support BI. It's not me. I think being ex-military, I don't tend to play military sims. But it is a massive game, and I'm so glad they brought it to PlayStation. So glad. But arguably, if you're going to buy an Xbox, just buy a cheap box unit to plug into your telly. PC box unit. You could then have best of both worlds, because you could plug an Xbox controller in for that stuff, and you could still play PC games. Where is the downed aircraft? There's the aircraft. So the cave is here somewhere. And it's free. Well, that's a game changer, isn't it? Hi, Critical. So we'd need to build a wall and a swing gate here. And then we'd own the cave. Can't believe no one's built in it. I'm not in a no build zone, am I? No. Really can't believe no one's built in it. Okay. So let's... I shouldn't have swum there, actually. Let's go back and do the aircraft loot crate and see if we get a bang stick out of... Ooh, silly goblin, silly goblin. There it is. Any more? Hi, Willie. Field jacket. Do I want to take the... No, I'll stay with what I've got, I think. So, I'm going to still push for where we were originally pushing for. Because I want a better weapon. We need a hatchet. And we need... That's about it, really. Oh, pliers and wire. Oh, and a bedding in tool. So we need something to bed in logs with so we can make a conventional gate. I'm good, thank you, Willie. How are you? How's the wife? I'm glad. So, we're going for... about there for the crossing. Started my new job last Monday. Love it. What are you doing, Willie? What are you doing? Was there a single round of ammo on that gun we picked up? Because that would be the perfect world. No. So once again, out of my hands, because I don't want to switch to it thinking I've got a gun ready to go. I make the grills for new trucks. Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying it though, mate. That's really good. That's half the problem, isn't it? If you enjoy your job, it doesn't feel like work. Yes, I love my job. You know, I've been doing it now for 9 years. No day feels like work. Well, I do work, you know. Some days I work 16-hour days and only get paid for 7 hours of them. Other days I get paid for 8 hours, but I'm only actually in work for 4 of it. So it all works itself out. We could do with a well. But we could fish. They put a new oil rig in there. So the last time I was here, there was no oil rig there. There'll be a new oil rig spot. I know they've done some work on Deer Isle since the last time I played it. Okay. Well, at least they know you're keen. This is just beautiful, isn't it? So we could fish to eat. We're going to need to light a fire before we swim the water anyway. So the map we're playing at the moment, Willie, is Deer Isle, which is loosely based upon an area in the US. So Paris Island is Paris Island and different towns, but it's more the place names rather than the actual places, if that makes sense. And this is not even on best graphics, mate. This is I've reduced the graphic quality down. Let me turn it up for you because obviously I'm playing at 4K, but let's put this into the best settings for you. This is on low settings at the moment. Let's put it up to extreme. Okay, so now we're running 4K in ultra settings. That's not still rendering very well because I can see a long distance. And I've lost about 50 frames per second. Switching to 4K, switching to extreme settings. Critical, I live about 2.5 hours from Deer Isle in real life. That's amazing. It's great when you can play a game that is home, if that makes sense. You know, we don't get a lot of games that are based in the UK. Fallout London, Atomfall that comes out next month, no, month after next. But mostly, it doesn't happen. So I'm also playing at 4K, which helps on a 4K screen as well, Wooly, which does make a difference. And I have a fairly powerful, well, a very powerful PC to do it. But if you like, so Willie, if you like DayZ and you want to play this type of maps and things like this, PC's the way to go. 100%. Hey, we could write a game based in the GB. Yes, yeah, very much so. I would like to do, when I retire in 15 years' time, my intention is to try and make a DayZ map for Great Britain. Or based upon where I live. So I live where the British Marines train, near there. So that gives me, and I've already got the data set for the map, I just haven't done anything with it. DayZ is all I play. It's not all I play, but it's mostly all I play. I love DayZ. The game's amazing. I don't know whether I'd... the ones of you that play it on console, I don't know how you do it. Because you've got a choice of 3 maps, basically, if you buy the Sakao. Whereas on PC, you've got so many choices and all the mods and everything else that goes with it. I couldn't have done it. If I hadn't been for all the modded servers, I don't think I'd still be playing DayZ if it was just vanilla for me. I like the choice, you know. Tonight I was like, or this afternoon I was like, let's do a run on Deer Isle tonight. So I went up and found a Deer Isle server to play, downloaded the mods, checked it, didn't like it, tried another one, that was fine. So this is where we're here for tonight. I'd love to have a UK DayZ map. I just think it would be amazing, and with some of the lore for the area I live in. So, you know, and a lot of what is in the game could be used. That's a tree, bushes all fit in. The houses don't, but that's not a major problem. I used to have a Series X when they first came out. I bought one to play Red Dead Redemption on, or Red Dead 2 before it came to PC, and I wanted to play it. And I actually then played Far Cry 5 with a friend. We co-opted it on Xbox, and then once I've completed Far Cry 5 and Red Dead, I sold the Xbox. I'm not a console person really. I much prefer to be on here. There, look at that. I know at maximum distance it isn't rendering in like everything, but still, what a view. I've now got 64 gigs of RAM. If I didn't, that view there would probably crash my PC at 4K. And I've got 16 gigs of RAM on the graphics card as well. So, because I want to be able to do this at 4K. So there is a new oil rig there. Okay. Tempting, you know. I've never been there. I don't know if it's a gas zone or not. So we can see that place. Should we pop down there and see if we can get some food? So on this map, until you get special boots, you can't run down hills. It's just the game won't let you. And you can get like mountain boots you can find that then let you run up and down hills. And we're going to need food, so this is a good shout. Is it a wolf spawn here, guys? Let's hope not. Is there a river down there? Yes, there is. That is fucking ideal. We can catch a fish. We can cook a fish. We can stay alive. We don't get shot. So I think the next community run might be Deer Isle, guys. We might find a DayZ server to run on. I don't know how this one works for teams. So 7 people in a team on here. So potentially we might do it on here. I think for building a base, this might work well. Oh, there's no water here, is there? Even though it showed water. That's annoying. So where's my nearest actual water then? Go well in there. There's not. There's a police station. There might be food in there. We need food, so we're gonna have to push it and take the risk. A bear lives there. We had an incident with a bear. I'm looking for food. That might be my only hope. Those barracks over there. Wish me luck, guys. Fucking, it gave me a fright. Worth a try, wasn't it? Whoa, 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 Mr. Bear! Index. If you did create a game, sourcing a mortar would be awesome. Just a small one with a base plate. The kind of mortar used in World War II by the Brits. So you can just range and elevation. We still use them now. 2-inch mortar I used in the army, which was what you would expect to have been World War II. Right then, the end of that life. Let's try again. That didn't quite go as well as I wanted. Better spawn. Oh, the well there. That seems to be the obvious answer. Mr. Bear won that one. Try again. They have said that they're going to try. It will be easier to do it on Xbox than PlayStation. Sony's is a bit of a nightmare, and also it's difficult. It doesn't mean you'll get every mod that we get, if that makes sense. Because a lot of what, you know, something like this is a just the map is like a 2.5 gig download. So they've said one of the problems they've got with console players, PC owners are used to having to delete content to put other games in and free up space, whereas it would be a whole new world of pain for console owners having to go, oh, I want those mods to run. Oh, I don't have the space for them. But I hope they do find some way of doing a limited version of it, if not the full version. They've never said no to it. They've always said they'd like to. Sony blocked them a lot in the past, and Xbox said there wasn't enough space on the hard disks. Yeah, no, it has been discussed. It was just because it's one of the things they've always wanted. But so one of the problems you have with PlayStation is, like, so Sony doesn't get DayZ experimental because Sony want to check everything before it goes available, if that makes sense. They want to run the code through their checks. So with experimental that might update every day before it goes live, Sony would want to delay it and check it, and then the next bit that comes in, delay and check. And they can't, they will do it, but you have to pay an awful lot of money for the privilege of having that as a developer. I believe that's how it basically works. So, or be PlayStation exclusive on a big title. Yeah. But that's not to say they won't find a way around it. You know, Reforger has mods. So, certainly possible. And as you know, as I said, you know, you wouldn't get every mod that the PC gets because it just wouldn't be possible. Because those owners would have to rewrite their code to work for PlayStation and Xbox. It's slightly easier on Xbox because it uses Windows. And what happens to all the mods that that involve drugs? I can't see Sony agreeing to those somehow, because they'll have their brand to worry about. He's a little bitch to kill, isn't he? Where were we? The well over here somewhere, before I was rudely interrupted. And also things like, so you'll have PC mods that rename the weapons correctly. The reasons the weapons aren't named correctly is to stop copyright problems. Because BI never paid the license for DayZ to have weapons named correctly. They do with armor. So if a mod was on the PlayStation, would Sony or Microsoft allow a mod to be used that potentially caused copyright issues? Probably not. But who knows? And would Sony still check every single mod that was put out there? Because that would be a nightmare. So I hope they find a way around it. I really do. I just don't think it will be as good as people think it will. And which would be a shame. Oh, this is a proper shamag, isn't it? Not a DayZ shamag. There we go. Right, where next? So we've drunk. I'm not hitting the prison. Let's push up to this town and see if we can find ourselves something to eat. I know we've got pins on us, but that will never be enough. So I expect, guys, I'll be streaming for about another hour, because that will take us up to 11 o'clock then, UK time. Maybe half an hour, depends at what point I get tired. But I will be streaming tomorrow. I've got to install Windows 11 first thing in the morning on a laptop. So it's my first job to do tomorrow. And once that's done, then I'm pretty free. So I'll be streaming tomorrow UK daytime probably, as well as the evening. Come on, Mr. Zombie, let's have a chat about my knife. I ought to be going to church tomorrow. Okay, Paul. I love that. I ought to be going. Is that a I should be going, or I will be going, or I ought to be going? And don't take that as a negative. I grew up in a religious family. I'm going to save up here someone I don't know who yet to build me a PC. When it comes to pricing up a PC, give me a shout, Willie. Because I'll talk you through it, what parts you'll need, and we find you the best prices over there for them. You can pay stupid money, and arguably you could probably build the PC yourself. They're not difficult. If you can repair an engine, which I'm guessing you can do because of what you do for a living, you could build a PC. They're not anywhere near as hard as people think they are. You can also... You don't need to have a monitor to start with. You could always build your PC and have it running through a television. So you don't need to have a monitor off to start with. The quality won't be as good as a monitor, but it gives you some way of starting off. You could also plug an Xbox controller in and play games using Xbox controller. Haha. Okay. So I'd have to work out what that was in obviously, because I work in UK prices over here, but I would certainly price up what you could get for around $1,000, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I think you can get something a lot better than maybe you think you can. I wouldn't worry. I think you could probably do a reasonable PC for that. Me and my brother have 2 monitors. There you go. So I think you could, for $1,000, you could certainly... I don't think you'd even have to build it. You could probably buy a box unit that would do the job fine. And nicely. Yeah. But you're on my Discord, so I can give you some ideas on there of US what to get for around the $1,000 mark. I couldn't be bothered to fight him. Yeah, 1,000 would be a very good start. You could build a nice piece. You could have a nice little PC for $1,000. Certainly for DayZ. And other games as well. What's nice, obviously, about PC is it's upgradable. To a certain degree. So you start off with the system you have today. And then, when you, rather than buy a new box unit in 5 years' time, you upgrade it. But what I'll do is after the stream, Wooly, I'll have a look on some US sites and give you an idea of what you could get and what sort of quality that would give you in DayZ. I mean, it's not going to give you the 4K quality I have, but unless you have a 4K monitor, there's no point worrying about that, if that makes sense. It would still look good. Bloody alarm clocks. Yeah. Right, you don't need to spend a massive amount to get a PC to play DayZ with. I've got an expensive PC based upon the fact that I stream at 4K. Pure and simply. I didn't stream at 4K, I wouldn't have spent anywhere near the money I have. Yes, I believe they can. If you get that yellow plastic case and you put the explosives in and the alarm clock, they can build a bomb. I believe. I've never done it because most of the servers I play on have other devices. So I think... Oh, that Wooly says they can, so they can. As I said, it's not the world I'm used to. No fan of the Sporter, but hey. I think we've got a little bit of 2-2. Did we not pick it up? Oh, we have got a bit of 2-2. Why is it not allowed? Oh, it's in our rucksack, and this is vanilla, isn't it? No, we've got we've got a round in it. Okay. But Woody, after I finish the stream, I'll have a quick look and give you some ideas. You could probably buy a box unit off the shelf for less than $1,000 that would do everything you need it to do and more. Yeah, it takes a mag, doesn't it? But I've got one round in it anyway, so... And I'm not a fan of the 2-2. It's useless. I mean, that is about as much use as a chocolate teapot. Alright guys, I think I'm going to finish it here for tonight. I'm getting tired. So, there's no point just carrying on. Because we're not going to get anywhere unless I put some time and effort in. So, we'll find a house to log out in. And I'll probably carry on with this tomorrow. More than likely. Red house will do. Chocolate teapot sounds yummy. I was trying to think of a saying there I could use that wouldn't offend anyone. So the chocolate teapot seemed the sensible one. It's not the one I normally use. That's better. Ammo on that one? Nah. Bin that off then. Right, guys, thanks for watching. Good night, and I will catch you on the next one. Willie, I will price up some stuff and send it across to you. And I'll see you all again soon, guys. Cheers, guys.